Panoramic Australia. Chapter 5. Australia's History and Culture, European Exploration and Colonization. The arrival of European explorers in Australia marked a significant turning point in the country's history. In the 17th century, Dutch navigators charted the coastline of Western Australia, naming it New Holland. However, it was not until the 18th century that European colonization began in earnest. In 1770, Captain James Cook landed on the east coast of Australia and claimed the land for the British Crown. This event, known as the Discovery of Australia, set the stage for the establishment of the first British colony in 1788 at Sydney Cove. The early years of colonization were marked by conflict between the British settlers and the Aboriginal peoples, who had inhabited the land for thousands of years. Throughout the 19th century, British settlement expanded rapidly and new colonies were established across the continent. The discovery of gold in the 1850s sparked a wave of immigration, transforming Australia into a multicultural society. The gold rush also led to the establishment of new towns and cities, and the development of infrastructure such as roads and railways. The establishment of responsible government in the Australian colonies in the mid-19th century marked a growing sense of independence from Britain. In 1901, the 6 colonies federated to form the Commonwealth of Australia, becoming a self-governing dominion within the British Empire. European exploration and colonization had a profound impact on Australia. The arrival of British settlers brought new technologies, ideas, and institutions which transformed the landscape, society, and culture of the country. The legacy of this period is still visible today in the names of cities and towns, the architecture of buildings, and the cultural traditions that have been passed down through generations. Chapter 5. Australia's History and Culture, the Gold Rush Era, Boom and Bust. In the mid-19th century, Australia experienced a dramatic transformation fueled by the discovery of gold. The gold rush era brought waves of fortune seekers and immigrants from around the world, shaping the country's history and culture. The first major gold rush began in 1851 in New South Wales, near Bathurst. News of the discovery spread like wildfire, attracting thousands of hopeful diggers from all walks of life. They flocked to the gold fields with dreams of striking it rich and changing their lives forever. The gold rush towns sprang up almost overnight, becoming bustling centers of activity. Miners from diverse backgrounds worked side by side, creating a melting pot of cultures and languages. The gold fields were a microcosm of Australian society, with its mix of hope, ambition, and the pursuit of wealth. The gold rush era also had a profound impact on Australia's economy. The influx of gold led to a period of rapid growth and prosperity. New industries emerged to support the mining boom, and infrastructure was developed to connect the gold fields to major cities. However, the gold rush era was not without its challenges. The rapid influx of people put a strain on resources and led to social problems. The goldfields were often lawless and dangerous places, with crime and violence rampant. Despite the challenges, the gold rush era played a pivotal role in shaping Australia's identity. It attracted people from all over the world, creating a diverse and multicultural society. It also laid the foundation for Australia's economic prosperity and helped to forge a sense of national unity. The Gold Rush era is a fascinating chapter in Australian history, a time of great change and transformation. It left a lasting legacy on the country's culture, economy, and society. Chapter 5: Australia's History and Culture Federation and the Birth of a Nation. A pivotal moment in Australia's history occurred on January 1, 1901, when the 6 separate British colonies united to form the Commonwealth of Australia. This momentous event, known as Federation, marked the birth of a new nation and laid the foundation for Australia's modern identity. The road to federation was a long and winding one, characterized by both cooperation and conflict. The desire for unity had been growing among the colonies for decades, fueled by a shared sense of identity and the need for a common voice on the international stage. However, there were also significant obstacles to overcome, including differing economic interests, political rivalries, and fears of losing autonomy. Despite these challenges, the Federation movement gained momentum in the late 19th century. A series of constitutional conventions were held, bringing together delegates from all the colonies to hammer out the details of the new nation. After years of negotiation and compromise, a final constitution was agreed upon and submitted to the people for a vote. On March 17, 1901, the Australian people overwhelmingly voted in favor of federation. This historic decision paved the way for the establishment of the Commonwealth of Australia on January 1, 1901. The new nation was born, and a new chapter in its history began. The early years of federation were marked by a period of rapid growth and development. The new nation quickly established itself as a major player on the world stage, contributing troops to both world wars and playing a leading role in the formation of the United Nations. At home, the government embarked on ambitious projects such as the construction of the Trans-Australian Railway and the establishment of a national postal service. Federation also brought about significant changes to the lives of ordinary Australians. The new nation introduced a uniform system of currency, postage, and weights and measures. It also established a national education system and a system of social welfare benefits. These reforms helped to create a more cohesive and prosperous society. The Federation of Australia was a momentous event that had a profound impact on the nation's history. It brought together 6 separate colonies into a single, unified nation and laid the foundation for Australia's modern identity. The legacy of federation continues to shape Australia today as the nation celebrates its rich history and culture and looks forward to a bright future. Chapter 5: Australia's History and Culture. Australia's role in World War I and Roman II. Australia's role in both World War I and World War Roman II was significant, providing troops, resources, and financial support to the Allied forces. During World War I, Australia mobilized an expeditionary force of 20,000 men, deploying them to the Middle East and fighting in locations such as Gallipoli and Palestine. The Gallipoli campaign resulted in heavy casualties for Australian troops, but also established a reputation for their courage and fighting spirit. By the end of World War I, Australia had suffered over 16,000 casualties, leading to a new national identity. In World War Roman II, Australia again joined the Allied cause, mobilizing military forces and increasing industrial production. Australian troops fought in North Africa, Greece, Crete, and the Pacific during World War Roman II. Australian forces played a key role in the defeat of Japan in the Pacific theater, fighting in New Guinea and Papua New Guinea. Australia's contribution to both world wars helped secure Allied victory and fostered national pride. The loss of over 40,000 men and women during the wars profoundly impacted Australia. Australia's involvement in both world wars shaped its history and identity. Chapter 5: Australia's History and Culture. Modern Australia, a multicultural society. Australia is a nation built on immigration, and its modern identity is shaped by the diverse cultures of people from all over the world. Australia's modern identity. After World War II, Australia experienced a significant wave of immigration from Europe, particularly from Italy, Greece, and Yugoslavia. Waves of immigration from Asia, including China, India, and Vietnam. The arrival of these new immigrants brought a wealth of different languages, religions, and traditions to Australia, transforming the country's cultural landscape. Today, Australia is a multicultural society where people from over 200 countries live and work together. This diversity is reflected in the country's cuisine, music, arts, and festivals. From traditional Italian pizza and pasta to Vietnamese pho and Chinese dumplings, Australian cities are home to a wide variety of international cuisines. This culinary diversity is a reflection of the country's immigrant population and its willingness to embrace new cultures. Multiculturalism has also had a profound impact on Australia's arts and culture. The country's museums, galleries, and theaters showcase the work of artists from all over the world. This cultural exchange has helped to create a vibrant and dynamic arts scene that is constantly evolving. Australia's multiculturalism is also evident in its festivals and celebrations. Throughout the year, cities and towns across the country host festivals that celebrate different cultures. Modern Australia is a nation that is proud of its multicultural heritage. The country's diversity is one of its greatest strengths and has helped to create a vibrant and dynamic society. The dance of light and shadows. Australia's multiculturalism is a complex and ever-changing phenomenon. It is a story of both celebration and challenge. On the one hand, Australia is a nation that is proud of its diversity and the many benefits that it brings. On the other hand, the country is still grappling with how to best manage the challenges of living in a multicultural society. One of the challenges of multiculturalism is the potential for conflict between different cultural groups. This conflict can be caused by a variety of factors, such as differences in language, religion, or values. Australia has not been immune to this type of conflict, and there have been a number of high-profile cases of racial and ethnic violence in recent years. Another challenge of multiculturalism is the issue of social cohesion. In a multicultural society, it can be difficult to create a sense of shared identity and belonging. This can lead to feelings of isolation and alienation, particularly among immigrant communities. Despite these challenges, Australia remains committed to its multicultural identity. The country's leaders and citizens believe that the benefits of multiculturalism far outweigh the challenges. Multiculturalism has made Australia a more vibrant and dynamic society, and it has helped to create a more tolerant and understanding world. This video was created from an ebook on sale at www.pagebook24.com using a self-developed program by Pasquale DeMarco. Download the ebook now.